Today, now the 8th day of June 2022. On the 6th of June, we've been there, Usai, a leaked proposed 2022 welfare for the members of parliament, then document. Now will be Leone. And that same day, where we been deal with the Parliamentary Welfare Act 2022, me, Tripoli been called say, make none of them parliamentarians they no return a parliament back. Because nobody can catch we say, but now look, now this yuki business would pa. And me Anne, no did it. So I been called for that. Two things now been called for. And two, I say let we try for disseminate this. Now we different languages them now the country. I be even ask people and say, please, when I contact me, let we put this in different languages if you can. So that the people them, then will know say, now this we members of parliament they want for do. On the 7th. Because we get them on the 6th, as we get them, now we count on the 7th, it was talk of social media. Everybody get an outcry. One people be they feel to say, waiting make they take and make issue because waiting do, now just propose. Now propose wow. When I propose, you get for refuse, you get for accept. Forget the mindset first. For ask the baby, say, will you marry me? Forget the mindset for ask her. Because now in this, say we not for vex because you propose. But forget the mindset for make you ask the baby, say, will you marry me? Must know who that feel say you be. Who that feel say social media no they get answers that's alone. Well, wait, make I can read waiting the clerk of parliament wants me you for no. Yeah? But before that, let's take you first to Abandu Lamranaba, where they work in AYV. We all sabi am. It said 24, that'll be yesterday now. It said 24 hours since this proposed parliamentary welfare bill leak to the media. We not hearing nothing from the clerk of parliament. That's the one. He say him personally reach out to MPs them. He say all the MPs the window reach out to, then he say, they don't want to see that document. And they don't get any idea of the document. So when me say, now we no more, we now see. They say they don't know about themselves. So who da write her? Who da write this? We suicide Chadi, Campaign for Human Rights Development International, headed by Abdul M. Fatoma, where they self come out with a press release, where they condemn that particular one day from whoever write them. Let me see now. Yeah, I just pick one or two sideway. Chadi, pick out. Waiting then say. He say that my inside waiting Chadi say, because Chadi call on the government of Sierra Leone not for Duam. Not for Duam. And so they say. Then say the attempt for increase the MP salary, including the benefits, such as the wardrobe allowance, they demonstrate say, then wire, then tone deaf. They don't block the ears to the suffering of the people of Sierra Leone. From where the people and they suffer in Salon till now, we don't see the harsh economic and social impact of even this global pandemic, coupled with other multiple failures by the government for deliver on the promises where even this administration make 4 years ago. So at a time like this, where family then at the country, then they tighten them belt even more than before. This one not sweet, enough fine. For make parliamentarian then they ask for such kind of salary and benefits for being increased. The way how the parliamentarian then they live, and the way how they want them, the way how the parliamentarian them and politicians then they live in the country, and the way how the people the way they vote for them they live, they say it don't widen. Boku in recent decades. And if they want them where we vote for do anything self, it's in a small little done for make we the public go get trust in them. It's right now as they appear in the country, political representation in the liberal democracy such as Sierra Leone, if na straightforward concept. Every 5 years, at a national level, we get election. We say citizens them, they pick the one the way they represent them in the parliament. Chadi say, with them kind behavior, yeah, them believe say, waiting within that salon, now an open and transparent government. And the politicians them for represent them communities and then for protect the public interest and not to their own private interest. Chadi say, then note with concern the gap between waiting the politicians then can promise every 5 years during election and waiting they can actually do where they give them, then sit then they. But this one, the bill for increase in salary, then benefits, now a definition of lack of respect, that's the one, and honesty, they not get them to we where they vote for them. Before they increase their salary, then politicians, they don't ask themselves, what really they don't do for improve the lives of the people them where then they represent. They right Boko, but go left and then condemn. Chadi condemn. We self na condemn. Campaign for Human Rights Development International na Chadi memzo. We na Abdul M. Fatoma. Okay. Well, inti Lamran Asef say will not be hearing nothing from Parliament. Well, we don't hear. Parliament don't talk. Ati didn't talk. Usam say will not get members of Parliament in Angubele, they will get. I will come for you. Parliament of Sierra Leone. This one they come out from the clerk of Parliament and they go to we all. He say the general public. Hey, Parliament address we. Okay, that's nice. From the clerk of Parliament to the general public. 8th June 2022. That's good. Okay. This thing come on the 6th. The 7th, all day, all man, they talk about them. But anyway, now the 8th, then choose for respond. Let me read what he say. To the general public from the clerk. The attention of the office of the clerk, then at the clerk of Parliament, don't catch a certain document within a social media and other media entitled Parliamentary Welfare Act 2022. Okay. Then says le ka osien na so den serve don sien. Le ka osien na so den sien. Parliamentary Welfare Act 2022 with the name of the Speaker of Parliament ascribed. He did it. Then self agree say, then see the Speaker of Parliament in name dey per the document. Me a printer still get am before me. So the clerk say, anyone for clarify say, this particular document, Parliamentary Welfare Act 2022, na a private member bill where they not carry it na parliament for consideration. It is a private member bill and they not present yet na parliament for consideration. Okay. So waiting na a private members bill. Let's take an day first. Because they not tell we say na fake document. Somebody na do am where then go look for the person for give parliament bad name. No, not to so then tell we. Then say na a private members bill where they not present yet. Na parliament. A private members bill is a bill in bracket proposed law introduced into a legislator by the possible writer who is not acting on behalf of the executive branch. Okay? So, somebody, one parliamentarian or a group of parliamentarians, and then sit down, then write this, and then write. Yeah. So now then they tell we. Now they write. For write this. Yeah? But now, then they tell we say, they want for clarify say, being a private member's bill, and they not present yet na parliament for consideration. A leak. You not go parliament it. Somebody can leak them. Somebody na can leak am. We know glady. You want make we know. Okay. As such, because they not present it na parliament, neither the office of the speaker nor the clerk is aware of its existence. Okay. Let's get an understanding here. It is a private member's bill. We mean to say somebody, a parliamentarian, can come up and say, now this me they propose for make we able forget. Yeah? A private member. A member where, well, then get private. Maybe now a caucus now beaucoup people in gather and cow this. Okay? But the office, listen no. Because I want you own. I make some people say, "What make me the try for interpret?" No. The office of the clerk and the office of the speaker say they no know. Now the official, you know mean to say the individual himself no. Now so me see Tripoli. You know mean to say the speaker of the house no know. You know me to say, you know, don't watch this. You know me to say the clerk no know. You know me to say the clerk self no don't watch this. But officially, they not hand over to them. So now I make them say, now a private member's bill, but neither the office of the speaker officially or the office of the clerk not aware. If una be want, una for be say, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Cheno Bundu, is not aware of this. Una not say in office. Una not go say the office of the... No. Una aware. But no more, officially, they no can hand over to una office. But me, I dey bet una say, this una sabi butter. Now they can't play with words. Una say, they not present them na parliament yet. That is true. Because officially, they not count until una eat. But una no butter. And you can't play with words so. Una know. Una go tell me say no more. Una office no know because they no count and they. But una know. Una can't play with so. No? We get plan for una. Yes. Let we go. The office of the speaker not aware. Neither the office of the clerk self not aware. We agree. They knock out on una officially. Listen here. Even though na the right of individual members of parliament for prepare and pilot private members bill as provided inside the standing order. You don't see them talk anything say na daba routine na people and try for give parliament bad name. No. Now I make it take them first past 24 hours. Let them go know what they can't tell we. Even though na the right of individual members of parliament for prepare and pilot private members bill as provided inside the standing order 61. Parliament want for make the general public know say e no get nothing for do it this particular bill. Why? Because the documents leak and they not be done presented at parliament. And maybe they want test we. But because they see the reaction, because they see what we call say, they no for return back in a parliament. Because they not go take pepper for can't chook and we eye like that. So now, then they look say, not at all. There, let distance we safe. When I can't test we back, we get plan for una. Una vision una no more. Say they talk una tribo, na tribe una send me. I go represent. Let me be the member of parliament for Sierra Network. I try. But then we want to try with kingdom. You don't know so we get plan for them. Anyway, they want make we know say parliament no get nothing for do it this. Wetin do? Because you no reach to the 8. Wetin do? Because the office officially they no be don't go hand over to the Speaker of Parliament, neither the Clerk of Parliament. And so now test them. When I don't get to reaction, even say first for let una get that mindy. Still to the campaign say una no return back. Yes. For make una get him, and I make I say, for say, will you marry me? Forget the God self for ask. Must know. So for that mind, they una make say for ask for them kaya. Una still not for come back. Even though una say, una the distance una safe. Una not for return back na that parliament day. Okay. Now wait we. They agree say member of parliament them then get the rights for prepare then kind thing and get right. So now I make you see, you know Yeri, if not be fake, first of all, they don't I say them guy no bo. They know. Una know. Now make una not even talk about fake, say somebody want give the parliament bad name, say this and that, and it una not even condemn what's in the inside the una not even condemn what's in the inside the. For say, okay, even though the member of parliament them gets the right for make them kind motion private bill or whatever, but we self agree with the people them for say this is outrageous and this amount's not good, then crazy because they sabi. Then no. You see them condemn anything? How you go condemn when they test the waters? You want to test if the water warm. You know, like how you want wasp baby, young baby, you want to put her inside the water. You put your hand first. You know there, mommy then can make the hand. Or you go na beach. You not possible they forget the water. Where the wave they come, you come first. We call swelling. Where the swelling, the wave, where they can you put your foot first. Where you can knock you, you pull this and sand under your foot. Now enemy they try for doing so. But this, we still the campaign on not come back. For una make mind by way. Una need come back. Okay. Listen back what they want me you for know. They say the law provide for say a private member bill for make them be recognized by the house if for fulfill certain conditions. Whose conditions are they? They say one, if it be gazetted, if it be a gazetted document. And after that, formally, then for serve the office of the clerk. So then for gazette and serve the office of the clerk. Listen them all. These guys, they know what they're doing. Yeah? They say at the time of this press release, the time when them pull this press release so, this bill will all they talk about. You know it then condition here. Not even before parliament. And this bill, they were low on ala done. Then they go make a mongbe. So I made the clerk na say at the time of the press release, when at the 8th of June, when at today, they not don't gazette them, they not don't give the clerk. And they not even care and go na parliament yet. So, even after the press release, that one day can happen. Now, I make a say today, they can back with this talk. Because you see, I want to play with the words them. And thinking to say, we go just say, when parliament say, there are no day, we move. At the time of this press release, we not condemn what's in the day. They not debunk. Then say na the rights of a member of parliament for come up with a private member bill. When I in this. And the office of the clerk, the office of the speaker, no receive a mate. Triple say, not so because the office don't receive him, mean to say the speaker and the clerk no know about him. Trust me, if this not be fake news. If parliament writes down, at the end they go say, then go only person for contempt of parliament. That's what they will say. Then go only person And so they for be right today. So when they go find out who that do this, for give parliament bad name. Okay, let we agree say the clerk not be no. Himself is shocked when he see this online. So he get for find out who that do one. He don't find out. He don't find out. Because if he not be find out, if I'll be able for challenge this for the House of Parliament, for saying a bad name. Now somebody grab no more, go put the Speaker of Parliament in name per paper. For give the Speaker bad name, for give Parliament bad name. But nothing like that. What he do? Because that's something where himself go benefit. Parliament say they want me and you for no say. They don't pull on. Parliament wishes for we all for no say, then they disassociate themselves from this bill and for inform the general public accordingly. Parliament pull on. And this, it was signed by Honorable Dr. Sorry, Dr. not did it again. Yeah, Dominion. Yeah. Hey! Honorable Paran Umar Tarawali, Clerk of Parliament. Doctor, don't come on there. Fail. Hey, yeah, Dominion, yeah. Now, this nine come today. So, you wait, can think, say, oh, King Kaya, now for nothing. Sometimes it feel like that. But trust me, then kind of a result here can make we say feel good, say social media. But we know for left and day. We know for left and day today, we know for left and day tomorrow. Then Gaia still get plan for this. Then still get plan. They want make like say the game Gaia back. They don't pull out. But me I no agree. They want do it like then slay king then or then slay queen. Yes. Oh, forget some more. Then bang over weed. Again, I don't read them for you. They not debunk them. They not saying a fake. They not saying a outrageous. They not say nothing like that. Before that, they say, na the rights for doing. Na the rights. They say, as to the time when they give this press release, they not be done gazette and it. They not be done reach to the 8. So they don't make the meeting say, well, you know how we get for doing. Because you see this thing, it need for pass. We no say the money beaucoup. But we need for pass. Then, we no say the government, then they make kick the. Sometimes the government go afraid because next election they come. But you know what make for do now? Because you know say this midterm census here and this boundary delimitation all get for kind of parliament. So if we don't send them to the president for sign, then the president want make like say he want the foot, we then call the midterm census. Don't then come with the boundary delimitation. Who say for the sidon para? Ou des sidon para? On a les droits. Yeah, on say the money beaucoup, but let them just sign her. Let the president sign her. But the chief there, they say that they give the whole motoka. So what's in the thing? Yes. So who save the old then I be there for the meeting. I be there for the meeting. C'est l'autre douane so we bound the limitation come. Yeah. Sometimes the president go afraid to say social media then they ala. He go afraid for that. Who safe? Ou they sit down pa bound the limitation ou sit down pa midterm census. You know go all ata. When they pass we, when the president sign we on, for make we catch big one, then we safe, we pass it on. Simple. Now win-win for we all. Now say, me they can't talk. Hello, Parliament. That's how they can't talk. Eh? You know that don't they get bad name back by this? Honorable can they call yum kela? Right, all the man they point par and say, now in force begin this talk, now in force begin this talk. Where now? The one they support Honorable can you can I say, yes, that in beginner. But not to this kind way in being say. Eh? Yeah. They say not to this kind way it be minamu. Not to this kind. Aye. Okay. Eh? And they compare. And they compare. Say the vice president of the country. How much then they pay? And so then for pay the speaker. Eh? The benefit. Well, I say all this na Africanist press na in so. Eh? Africanist press. Una feel say because of they don't pull press release, this thing they go before. Let us sleep now we wing no more. Let us sleep now we wing. Let us sleep. As you sleep no more than they bang over with pam like that. And they will stay safe. So now I make me triple A. On a go for beer with this so. Say Parliament debunker. They self join me for say, but no, this is outrageous. If they not join me, eh? Hey. All right. But do ya? Uncle KKY. How far with the certificate audit? How far? Because now the table and be later one day. Eh? Oh, the Republic. We one and only Sierra Leone. The one who will get. Oh, the bio. But oh, yeah. And so then they serve we always. Always. But then go land. Let's go with Tony. Make we hear waiting and get for it today. Welcome on board 22 Regions. You get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Kusha Kabo Fabulem. Yeah, just like you rightly said, they know about it. You understand? It's just like where you work in an office, right? Or you're at the top management level. I mean, they get what they call grapevine. Most times when management want to institute something, you understand? Like you want for test the waters and everything. You go on a boardroom. I mean, let's say they want for cut down on certain allowances, probably transport allowances, or they want to make adjustments, or probably they want to outsource certain functions, right? They can just left the documents careless one. So say, say cleaners them or people that way they clean office or whatever. So they read and write, or somebody go use the boardroom and see the sensitive material then they a picker or a snapper. He begin pass up between say, hey, management say one cut down on transport allowance, or the one cut down on this, or the one this, you understand? So it's like basically testing the waters. When they do this thing, it's a deliberate act. It was just like they want to see the reaction of people. If people may actually not give that kind of negative feedback, everybody was like, oh, okay. I mean, if then see that easy flow, then we'll definitely pass them. Me, just like I said the previous time, it's not a bad thing for making them be paid well if they're doing their job, if they do the actual job where they're supposed to do. But they have so many gaps, so many things that we have to say them for the table. You understand? This was something they all knew about. If the nominee know immediately, how many days that thing they come out before Parliament they react? They say the param they react to it. You understand? So it's something they're really aware. There's so many things with parliaments where they get plenty work for do. Their oversight functions waiting for do. If they actually do their role and block some of them leakages, then they or then loopholes, them funds, then the way they go. Some of them money, then they go making okay, say okay, 10% of that money they can give parliament because they actually doing their oversight function where they're supposed to do. You understand? But certain areas, then there's some of these honorable, they're not even going at their constituencies. They're not even go and see exactly how people then they feel. Then they wait after 1 year, or I mean after one or almost 1 year don't left. You see them pap, 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 pap. Everybody they launch, everybody they go now, begin they make pretend as if they have they seek the welfare of people. I mean, everything now we they say in politics that's is business. It's how they people forget the ROI, the return on investments. So man don't put $5,000, a one for make $50,000. So man don't put $10,000, a one for make 100,000. So man don't put 50,000, a one for make $500,000. You understand? So this is how business they operate. And for a country with small like this, I don't feel say it's timing because we have so many things where or so many areas them way na gray areas where government can able for spend money and able for invest and make money come in, especially building certain institutions them or infrastructures them or if you say we need, then definitely there's no problem. But this time of where we if you say we cash strapped because even though there are so many resources where the government they get or probably so many grants and aid and when they come in or taxes they've been generating, we still they see so many loopholes like they're not getting anything. Because most of the things the way governments they unveil, we get, it's so much gifts, aid, and everything we receive. So I think say they have to do a proper job if they really want for me. No blame kind of call you Michaela because I mean instead my businessman, they're all where they're not me not the pool. They're all the same. They're all the same. They all they just be saying that the colors they're different. But they all mindsets and focus. You go to the well of parliament or you walk around there or you go to the canteen, you see them where they rakpala. They all they play and laugh, this and that. They're not just fool people. Then. What we they see that if you say, oh, these are red, these are green, these are blue, these are rainbow. No, they're all friends. Everything what you see that they put out so it's unanimous. They all know about it. Some people they fed up for get certain things now. Where tomorrow when they come out, they know say then and facilities, then they go they continue for look after them, like medical facilities. And if you don't serve the 2 term according to the constitution, then still get for they get every month and they get stipend or whatever, they get some allowance with they entitled to. You understand? So everything in Sierra Leone, it's business. It's really business. But me not feel say it's timing. Let them wait for a proper timing when they know see the economy is booming, everything is I mean being going. I mean everything is going on well. Infrastructures being I mean they go on well. Institutions that will say for generating money, then they go on well. The audit service reports when they put all these reports them, make sure see then they review them because for 3 years now these people have not done nothing. They haven't even checked. Say, okay, make we go. It's only anti-corruption where you see they do. I mean, and that's not the job of anti-corruption. Anti-corruption for be the last resort. It's after Parliament to actually scrutinize those documents. They'll actually see say some of these institutions where all money then way unaccounted funds and whatever do not account for them. That's when anti-corruption can come in for do a follow-up. But all those things, this look, this thing we were saying, well, audit service, that's the job. Oversight function. That's Parliament core function. I mean, it's part of their core function. Oversight. That's why they form committees in Parliament where they look after those ministries, departments, and agencies just for them to see and guide them. See, say they're on track or whatever way the non-table because when they allocate budgets for those ministries they go to parliament and parliament debate on them but parliament not just the waiting and go they debate and then they approve some of them things because the minister of finance they table them to parliament so in a sense when government they approve them money the parliament do approve them money they go back serve as a checks and balance type of see that some of them things here where they give them money for, where they allocate some of them budgets or funds here for, they've been met. Then definitely we all go gladly. If we see say light day, water day, all the basic things that we say we need in our society, and those things they're not just free. All the things that they cry for, so every day, what would they waiting and call? Not to free governments get forgive. Now things where they come with a price. So which means definitely there's gonna be a profit. There's going to be a profit from the institutions then they where they provide them facilities and government self will make money. So if they're not if government they make money, government not go afraid for give them the allow they not afraid for give them allowance, we go up keep them welfare, we go take care of them because they've been doing their job. But they're not doing their job. Money being allocated to water resources. What's in there when people still they cry for water? Lights, okay, work in progress. You understand? But other areas and they transport are always the cry now for transport. Me just come off with some camp. You see people then they run oil and skirts and then they camp, people then they run. Transport's not the basic transport where you will say government pool transport. They put out the one that was a private put car. When they kind of say if now what's alone and they're gonna send out Jewel, then they stop. Just because when they reach Jewel, they say, oh, we don't tell you they go Waterloo now. So then go so that one grade triple in the left from Upgun for go Waterloo. You don't pay twice the price you get for pay. Just because why you say these people are taking advantage over them? Because government's not able to subsidize, government not able to substitute, government not able for get their own facilities running. They are not competing against the private sector. But let it be two-step approach. We talked yesterday about competition. When there is competition, it leads to greater productivity. Service will be improved. You understand? But because there is no other parallel or substitutes not there, then they create the link. So they big parliaments. We don't have issue with you getting them money they don't want to ask for. But you guys, when are doing our job, once we are doing a proper job, government will get revenue. And government from that revenue day, government must allocate, say, okay, parliaments are doing a good job. This year, leakages drop from 15,000 for $15 million. Parliament able for save the country, the money reduced to 10 or the money reduced to 12 unaccounted funds, which means they're doing their proper job. But the oversight, what they do? All these things we're crying for. Nothing. No poor healthcare system, water no dey, lights no dey, basic things there. And then they do oversight. What is the oversight? What are they doing? Waiting at the results from the oversight, what then they do? So I think, say for me, it was just a grapevine. It was just a grapevine, just for test the reaction, test people, and waiting will be the outcome. And then if the outcome was very minimal, people do not raise their voice like how everybody they raise their voice in the four corners of the country. Definitely, they go pass them. Then for don't pass and clean. But nobody know what them say they don't know. They were just testing and see, waiting. People then go say, and then they pass them.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, Abraham.
Yeah. Well, that's now Tony in submission for today. Parliament say, then don't pull on. They are not the day today, they are not the day tomorrow. Make we bring Camus Mantoli and make we hear from him. Welcome on board, Mantoni. You get the platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Triple A, for having me. And also, I will thank my colleague, Tony, for a report. I think I get the same view with him in some of the areas then. Believe me, Triple A, them people here, they know what it is they do. This now a syndicate work. They are aware of this private member bill. And I will justify this. Why make a feel say, or why make they say, then people are aware of this. In one of in statement, now that very letter we read, he quotes, he say, although this is not paraphrase now. He say, although private members then get right for provide a private member bill. So why this man not come out and talk say this particular bill here na a bill where maybe just the float na social media, but it directly talk say na a private member bill. That now some of the forensic examination we made it look at. And if you go back to that previous where the actual draft bill itself, it carry the speaker a name when Dr. Abbas Bondo. As Tony say, then people are not testilo. No put on that way, they not testilo, then they testilo. And the fact is that not only first 10 is what they did one, they only do one before. I remember there was one document where leak when I've been to KKY, now I bring them to the notice of the public. That was again a game plan. That was a game plan. As Tony say, then he release the information here, let them see the reaction of the public. If the public react to them very slowly, sluggishly, to be honest, then why then for push this bill go before. And the other thing again way I will mention, you see, when you look at the allowance system, the salary system, when them put now that very welfare bill, it's like then they compensate every member where the insider parliamentary, including the speaker, the deputy speaker, the whip stem, yeah? Everybody, if you look at that bill there, everybody is being compensated. Everybody. So it can be tactful in the sense that if everybody na that parliament day then compensate them, that go give an easy access for let go through na parliament. And secondly, one can also argue on that same ground say, then aware of this. Nothing, na game plan, nothing where then go down sit down outside the office hours, discuss about that. Allocate the responsibility maybe to one person, go sit down right. But believe me, then people are then they take me for a ride. A Tesla game. Now, as I said the last time to viewers and listeners, it's a shame that them people are, they don't know their responsibility. One of the key functions of parliament now for represent their constituents. Then they for go represent we. In other words, then for serve we. Not to we for serve them. If them people here get we in their mind, they're not saying that we then they go for go represent. Then for know the current existing situation. Right now, the country they bleed with hardship. Right now, the money just they continue for depreciate. Right now, inflation they continue for rampage the economy. Right now, things are difficult for people. Them. The bread and butter issue, what be they expect say them people here for car address as them promise we, they know they address those issues. Then we get this cost of living crisis. Cost of living. 4 years now, we all know say they promise we for can address the issue of the cost of living, the bread and butter issue. This issue has not been addressed. And the whole world, I go say right now, we got this cost of living crisis. And one of the biggest points where I've been lay, where I see the welfare bill, actually, bill day, is that then forget conscience, man. Then people have forget conscience. When they introduce them here, one of the biggest factor, the time. This is not the right time for play with people's lives. Things are difficult at this time. Fuel prices then go up. Things are difficult. So as a parliamentarian, we get the interest of the people there. Then can't be there, not to them tell for introducer. Not to them can't tell. It better where then they disassociate themselves from them belief. Because they don't listen to we cries. I'm sure. Because I think say, apart from Sarah Network, other social media outlet them, they don't come out, they don't criticize the bill. As I listen to you, Triple A, Chadi, Abdul Fatoma for Chadi, I read a write-up. He said he criticized the bill. I think say they go don't read within the lines and say, look, this is not the right time. If you get for actually introduce then kind bill here, this is not the right time. I repeat. The reason why they continue for repeat myself, you know, people then get for the get conscience, man. Then forget the conscience. This time you get for think about ways how you will be cushion the impact of the cost of living crisis from them people here. So one important thing is that the time when they introduced in here, not the wrong time. And more importantly, Triple A, I think I mentioned this the other day. On the parliaments, then they underperform. And they underperform. And with themselves, they know that. Criticizing against each other, we know, we listen to Tawa, we listen to some of the parliamentarians, yeah, they accept. They accept, take responsibility for their own failures. Not to see where in a secret. It's quite evidential. Yeah, they don't come out from the horse's mouth. Yeah, they functions them. If Parliament been very effective in that country today, trust me, yeah, if Parliament is very corrupt, now one of the most preventive organs them for combat corruption. Because before corruption to reach that level, therefore don't do that oversight functions. We will caution the other department, the MDAs them for ensure say they don't go that level there. Yeah? But for crown this all, first of all, I will say kudos to Sarah Network. Because as soon as this thing come out, we see you when you Triple A, very quick for capture these and bring them to we attention. And we all come seriously effectively criticize the bill. And this is not a justification. Because they know very self, they don't disassociate or distance themselves from the very bill where I know say they all are aware of, as you say, Triple A. You're very, very correct. Very correct. They're aware of them. It's just that the way how they see the public react to it, I think say, now make them withdraw. And I'm sure if they left for Brian Camp safe, trust me, an officer at this very time. I know say you say they will count them, but this, and I know you know this, Triple A. This is not the first time they don't try we. They don't they try the public. There are so many issues them where they don't they try, but the way how they see social media and other mainstream outlet, then they go for them, then can quickly withdraw. So I will stop here and not steal the show so that I will give chance to other panelists them and callers them. Thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks to everybody who is listening.
Thank you very
sir.
much, Usman Toli. Okay, that's now Usman Toli in own submission for today. If you just to join me, Parliament don't pull on. And pull on. Instead they no mix. Eh? But not the left handy. Because let not be saying a game they want play with. I made them pretend to then they pull on. Now come with us friend. Let we hear waiting in get for you. Welcome on board, us friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, AAA, for giving the platform. And thanks to all the listeners and viewers, and thanks to Smantoli and Tony Jones. And thanks to you, sir, for the source. Regarding this, the second phase, when they go now, then they disassociate themselves from a bill, when this welfare bill. But when you see the economy and politics they play here, and the economy in terms of waiting the country for get and waiting them for do, and then that brings we down to budgeting and how government can budget for let them go able forget waiting the country need forget and how them go use our people and benefit. But if the budgeting go into a different direction, and then there brings the question of expenditure and spending. We don't see budget advocacy, then they try to talk about how budget transparency, they don't transparent now as compared to other one. But this is just showing us the expenditure way the budgets then do, the statements the way they give. But the outcome of the oversight, they foresee the function of the spending of them things there, and I did the question there. But again, you go question, say, why then they bring all this? Or why this been happening in the first place? So, okay, then give them a category, then give them a good name, or then give them for let them go say, well, this is not a bad word, or not a bad thing, no, just call and say a kind of executive, not an executive brand, a private member bill. So look, give that word the private member bill. And let we tell them, say, not so we plan. But again, on the other hand, few of them they comment say, well, we still want a better life. Like Hindulu they ask them, we over BBC today we talk, say they want a better life, but they know they with the paper. So it look a bit complicating, all them things there. But all what they do now political whitewashing. And this political whitewashing for let them go able for hide within really people need for no cover up. A culture where them they don't get, when they try for route and director now, then they redirect her now to a different form where it will be seen a legal way, where they get the money, but he not look genuine in some way because illegal, because that's what the law want put on, and then the genuine for it will reflect on the people citizenship. But when they look at the budget, they look at the national debt of your country in relation to your gross domestic product. Any budget where they make, what your GDP gets, that's where they work on, how government they spend, and the personal consumption, how the people and they go to market, what they buy, they're able for it. And when I say what you're not able for buy, daily, according to the basic rate. And then you talk about what you know they pull now and bring and come inside. What you know they bring inside, then what you know they can go. All them while the ratio they work on that in there, then you put and don't say, oh, now look how that budget they work. The ratio they work. If you look at the ratio of the government expenditure and gross domestic income for the past few years, they go see say it don't increase. When they say it increase by percentage, and when they talk about the debt them back, you see the national debt them now we get in billions, where you look at how then they grow up from 2016, $1.33 billion, and then you get 2018, you go to 2.01, and then 2022, if we go there now, you go up to 3.48 billion, where it be say you go more than twice of it. So when you project anything, you get for look on them things there, waiting and get how we go take debt, and waiting are they able to get the ratio. You even look at the ratio of the army mandate. The army mandate back even when they go, their own government budget, then you back, then go up to 0.58%. When the military, then you expenditure. But the sometimes the expenditure when they can't put up for say, okay, that's all plan for expenditure, not to the one way actually then they go spend. So you see, even the time we been the child is back been do an investigation on the military, waiting how the spending they go in terms of waiting and budget. So all the area they are, they see yes, they are then they tell where the money they go in expenditure, now they the transparency they. But when it comes to the oversight now, they know they go. Now for that, some of them time things they already measure, they give spread them out again, how it will reflect on the actual thing. But if then they say no more, that they see. So again, you will say they want for whitewashing, hide again because of these laws the way they can now, or then they check on their transparency. Law will no say when the transparency come, they know say this money they go to we. I will go spend and now it left to we. For saying that this are spent, bring receipt for show me say then motukaya or you seek one for this particular. What if you're not sick now? Then we'll give $15,000 and within 30 days, if the sick make them for fly you over. So you see the pattern where they put a ratio of increments for letting go ahead and well let the speaker of the house, it will be directly proportional to the vice president. Not to inverse, directly proportional. The deputy directly proportional to the one within the judiciary sector. So you see, say all them things there, then they bring them in terms of whitewashing. And when they get away with this culture of whitewashing, the culture of wealth, how for accumulate time for that, would just secure myself. You see, more of giving yourself a reward instead of you wait, let people reward you. And when they reward you, now in at the one where it be say you they stay there, then we always want for let you there, and they cause the people and they please with waiting you put the policy that we put. But when you put policy then we know they work according to exactly when in terms of economy and the politics, they put them to budget ratio. They look at your GDP, what they bring inside and what they send out. You look at taxation. And then you begin to say, waiting the taxation they bring for you, now you go one for turn around and the waiting they bring come a deficit. And when the budget gets a deficit, now they get the problem. Now when we talk of austerity, they get inflation. That poor man no will buy that one bag 250,000 now almost 500 times two. Instead of saying they pay maybe 2,000 leos for common and shell, you kind of upgone, you get for pay keke 7,000 leos, and then you get for worker from upgone. You are somebody who get for work because one, the traffic they don't block them, they make it down the side. Two, the price with the other bike they take you because taxi will delay for can go on an Eastern Police if now other side they go or carry go on a Central. So you see all the things they don't rise up. People are not live the normal way. The route is not normal. The food the diet is not normal. They see people and they do fraudulent act. People and they resort to things and what they need them to fire. Instead of go able for sale get net way for kill mosquito, where that mosquito they the tent them you bring out for them will give the less privilege, then go do you get for go buy mosquito coil where you go burn so that it will go burn like house. If forget sleep second because you don't come out all day, then fire catch like house, then the whole team burn, then they get back the so-called and disaster people in they can inside ONS for can't begin the help with themselves then budget it look limited. So you see how the cycle they go viciously they go all because of the bad planning. But I only hope say this culture of whitewashing, then we'll try stop them. We go able for help themselves and then they try see how the economy later now if the thing develop, then they go able forget what it then they get. So that we not go just deal past constant we know they get growth, we forget a constant growth. When they begin to see the policies and they reflect on what then they do, then they begin to see say now we will ask for reward. People are not going to pay attention as all man they cry. But if now they ask for this at a crisis where we say the GDP, they still there, when they project say we get forget this, it not go fair. But But I only hope say God will help lead us then we reflect on anything there. But I believe say there's something where we plan to do now whitewash, then the whitewash and now let people know we know, then they call all sorts of names, then they get all characters, all body, everybody they push them away, and then if now somebody don't go sign the signature, then would they call the SEC back for no who that do this fraudulent act for go sign or put the person name where he not give consent. That again now misconduct. So if you see they not talk about this, like how long they say nobody not talk, then just they try for diffuse them by whitewashing. Let them tell we back without do this, let them investigate, then tell we, then people there, then we'll do other things tomorrow back in the parliament in terms of this, then it will cause a big problem to the nation. Let's go ahead to nation, and thank you very much for giving me the platform so that we'll be able to get a better government who will lead with budgeting. So I will try to come up and this debt and this we own GDP, we no want to grow it. It will try to grow up with transparency and diligence. Thank you, sir. Let's go ahead with that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, you're welcome, yes, sir.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Usfriend for your submission today. If you just join we, Parliament say, and then be say, eh? They not say again. They don't pull on. Then disassociate themselves, fail from this. Now we come with CC Alpha. Let we hear waiting in get for we on this one. Welcome on board, Alpha. Waiting you get for we on this.
Thank you very much, Triple A. I hope say I come in clearly. All right. I think I get about 3 or 4 points for Make Naya. In the very first place, I want to establish the fact that now the parliamentary and the right for discourse their welfare for draft anything. But again, let them not discuss something when at the detriment of the country. Yeah. And when we don't give that right day to them, we not go snatch them from them. But again, if they say they're not aware and they disassociate themselves from this document, then the big question, how they write this document? And nobody will tell me that somebody outside parliament writes that document. No way. It's somebody in the parliament. And it's not one person. It's it's a group of people that say, well, you know it's in. Let's try for improve we welfare at this parliament. That's if the welfare is not improved. Because once me know the amount of salary and stipend and all that in the way parliamentarian and they get 70 to in fact 90% of Sierra Leoneans the way they work, not they get the kind of money than they per month. Yeah. But again, like where they say, if only the public be keep quiet. Honestly speaking, and AAA, therefore don't pass this, therefore don't do this bill. And for be one of the fastest bill within the sign na parliament. But because of the public outcry, because they know say every point where you go, people they frown at this kind of document. So they are very smart. So what they do, then disassociate themselves. You see the press release, they not condemn the paper like you rightly say. They not say not to the right time. They not even identify the drafts of that particular building. Instead, then disassociate themselves. They say not commit na the table of the speaker. Interesting. But honestly speaking, if we keep silence, this document is going to be passed as law, and they want to continue for enjoy and increase their benefits and waiting them to work for. So we not for much because many people out there they cry, they suffer. So if they way they represent the people, they want to make their own life, their own welfare very, very good. What about the public who they represent? Look at light system. One point where I make them note them now that Parliament get the power for sweeping any MDAs now that country, including even the president. Parliament get that power for sweeping and bring and come and ask and question. But interestingly, almost per the MDA's leader, the parliaments don't call for ask them about the deliveries of services and to the people. It's very, very difficult. Look like when one of the speakers say, look at transportation business. Up till today, we cannot even settle that. Water business. Parliament able for call any of their leaders. They are saying, waiting, can't give we a changeable plan. development plan we're able to address water business. Let Parliament, the oversight body, monitor the implementation of this kind of development plan. It's not there. But all the time, if you watch, not just them and their political party. I mean, don't say this is the last time, AAA. The fact remains, if some of them clauses they are with constitution, they will not try to pull them. Honestly, Sierra Leone is difficult for make it develop. Parliamentarians, they all big respect to their political party because they think that a political party give them symbol, now bring them a power, na parliament. Because when you want to do anything against the political party, they wish, then they all use it anti-political party activity. We don't see of course, Honorable Tawana, clear evidence. We don't see other member of parliament the way they speak against wrongs in the parliament. Then they take them on them, saying that anti-party activity. But what about the people that we put in another position there? What about the people that we now then go to up in a line 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock morning for votes una in? Una not care about them. Like the last time I say, I challenge them. Most of them, me constituency what they, me honorable, I not think say if you don't call reach 10 meeting for these past 4 years. For when me they are not, in fact now one time I hear small way they talk in a parliament. Small they consult, they keep meeting. So they only talk things about them, things where they favor the political parties where they belong. So it really is sad for we country because to make us say so, we people and they suffer. They look at health facility in the country too poor. The parliament get right for call the minister of health, bring proposal. Let us see if the viable proposal will save lives in the country. But nothing like that's not happen. Every day we do it for knock table, bam, 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 and support. Sometimes they go to argue like it really is hard. But what me want for say to every advocate in our social media, let we not underrate social media. Social media is a very important tool these days. For a weapon for make we use for bring change in Sierra Leone. So that make me every platform where they advocate for development, for changes in Sierra Leone, I'm ready to throw my voice because that's what I studied in the university. The other thing I want to say, AAA, again, is sad. Because if we want to find out who side these documents come out, I they tell you when they get a trace, they go inside parliament back. Then why the parliament they deny these documents? Why the parliament they disassociate themselves from these documents? It's simply because the public outcry done too boku. And trust me, if we remain silent, like when you give some of them other tips them, if we remain silent, then send that these documents not table. Believe you me, any document where the government they bring for them pass as law. They say they all that document they against that the government. Then until the government approve this one, the president approve this the welfare bill. Then before they say we'll sign for the government. At the end of the day, now that they suffer, now we the people. So it's really sad for Sierra Leoneans for the hidden kind here, and then Parliament's not take. Then they look for me. I just when they give analysis now, I take the dictionary. One keyword will come to me, a literary device and call them porn. The speaker and I just play of what they use so. They know very well about these documents. They know say these documents now from them it come out. Then just see say the public outcry is too loud, so that make them disassociate themselves. But again, let we not keep quiet. If we keep quiet, this document they go as against the detriment of the people them. Then get a lot of job for do. Up till today, while they talk show AAA, the audit report on show minister they don't debate on a parliament. Then just they push and no more push and say this government in time they done, or if then they continue, that audit reports they not ever discuss on a parliament. They not go ever discuss them because they know say many things they will go hold most of them accountable. So for me, it's good that people they see them here and people they learn. So we go know order for put in a position. We go know say not to by political party we for vote. We for vote for credibility. Somebody will know say go represent we community or we constituencies them. Because people they vote in Sierra Leone by political line, try by lines, and it's bad. Because if you don't get somebody where they deliver, where you get confidence in, trust me, now that 5 years they go down the line, now that 10 years they go down the line. And People they die every day. I look one video today where somebody they say he gets cancer na in eye. I feel so bad while in our office. See where na yeah, then they do that operation. They not they take 1 week that person they don't do that operation. But still the boy they cry for help. He say you need about $5,000. They say in Ghana then they do that operation. Come on, everything they call them for doing a Sierra Leone. But the parliamentarians, they know they call the right people them when they in charge of the NTR. So for me, it really, really sad, and me they continue for advocate and continue for call more people on board. Making say we don't come at this part of the world, we don't come at the diaspora area. We don't see development. We don't see what's in a real development. Not only for read and a book. We don't live in development. Why we for certain we mount? Why we for keep quiet? Why we for say me are not mixed with people and they die, with people and they sick, people all kind of disease they happen up till today. Come on, malaria. We cannot handle. We cannot fix. Na Sierra Leone. It's really, really sad. I think that we don't take this one triple. Let God continue for bless we all.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Okay, that's na CC Alpha in on submission today. You come in, Parliament Pulan. Parliament say they no mix. They not say the person we write lie. They not say the person lie. Somebody lie per them. If not be possible lie per them, like they don't tell them say contempt of Parliament. But look how doctor. There you waiting na you take. Welcome on board, Dr. Isatu Kakejalo. You get the platform.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone, and good morning to many others. We hope say we all do well, and thanks to you, to we other speakers, Usman Toli, Us friend, and Mr. Alpha. You know, AAA and everybody will listen. Sometimes, it's very disheartening for see waiting with the see they happen in our country. But then again, we look at it, some of the issues them will face. Before a document go out there, or before a statement go out there, waiting are some of the roles and responsibilities them when we people them wait for actually be advocate for the citizens and the country. Can sit down and wait until something come and then say, you know what? Oh, because this not happen this way, then we not accept them. So waiting a be the process where this particular document come out or statement come out for let Parliament before they say then they disassociate or disassociate themselves from this Welfare Act. Waiting a be the things them, and when these documents come in, waiting they do, because so waiting I want for kind of compare this with. It's just like where you walk na a place and you not person where them put you there. Let's say now we're talking about the clerk. Then put you there now for take intake and outtakes. Document them as to would I come with what, would I not come with what. And if there's a checklist for say, you know what, these now we criteria, these now the things where we they agree for make we accept so bill or so document, whether this now private one, whether this now one based on a different constituent, waiting that parliamentarian clerk in your own role or the one where they look into documents where they come. And for me as I be done they say here. With parliamentarians, most of them, are not feeling they do with justice. Then job supposed for be there, make policies them will go benefit people in Sierra Leone. The welfare of we nation, the welfare of the citizens. But yet, in many cases, in many lights we see, they only trying to advocate for themselves, support bills them will go benefit them. If something come, you need to go through them, you need to get a discussion, There should be one day in Parliament for every policy or act, where somebody writes a bill or propose a bill or bring it up for a discussion and for see how una go vote on it. And again, something where I feel say the way then they vote on things in our parliament, we all know many of we don't disagree with that. It's not just yay or nay. Say, whoever is in favor say hey. No. I think there has to be an electronic system where then voting there so we go able to use them, in the time of election where we will tell people and say, or maybe even the opposition will say, you been vote on so thing, and we know say this particular stuff here is not being good for the citizens, them, it not being good for the people that are Sierra Leone. But no, this year, nay, how many people then will count within that, or then they can say the loudest voice within the crowd, then they go with. Is that fair in this 21st century in a digital age where we see laptops them or tablets and they all over at the parliament? And now they want for disassociate themselves from an act we come, we say welfare, and then you know what? They want tamam in a different way. Because maybe it not go in their favor. I think when things not go in their favor, then they disassociate themselves from. The one that way they go in their favor, because you know what, maybe if you go through, the money to go in their pocket. I think it's something to look at. But Sierra Leoneans, I think as always, we need to be wise in waiting we put we self for. Now begin to ask we self, them parliamentarians, them who they put there now we constituents. Are they there to advocate for waiting we want? Are they meeting the basic things them where they ask or where they been campaign for? Who been do an election and elect them? Waiting are the changes them we don't see now with communities them. Is there a clinic, a community where it bills say this community, the woman then they suffer when they're pregnant, they need for travel miles away for go get prenatal care? Is this community, well equipped in case of an emergency? Say we go able for mobilize things in an emergent phase. We see what thing happen where we been get that November 5th tanker explosion. We nation, the way they allocate certain things not there for protect the citizens them. Well, how long it took the fire force for reach now Wellington? How many lives them we lost? How many people them lost businesses, and you name the rest? Or we died in our hospital because there was not a burn unit or a burn center, a designated burn hospital in the state, in the country, where you go say, you know what, then where they need to be in the intensive care unit, when at the burn units, then get well equipped. We saw that. People then went and taken to hospital, how many of them die? So the reason why I raise this, as we make with decisions them, with parliamentarians them, with leaders them, look, ask yourself, are they making the policies them? Then why then they make policies them where they favor we as citizens? Or then they make policies then where they favor themselves from ensure say now they're no more than their young immediate family members. I believe say that now something we're very disheartening. For see they happen now with country Sierra Leone where we not feel say we deserve at this time. They're gonna now you job or you working place or whatever duty you supposed for do, and feel say you only review documents or review things them where you feel like it. We're supposed to get policies them we go really fit the things them what they ask for at this time, at this juncture. That includes with basics. So I believe that they continuously fail we as a nation. And with the hope see, whatever this whole thing is, they can come back tomorrow or this week someday and ask themselves, did we do justice to the people that elected us? But if they're not able to do that, they continue to fail us as a nation. And they are the reason for the stagnation, for the lack of progress in Sierra Leone. We not feel say that just one person is responsible. This not many people are responsible because, as we say, citizens then get role for play, but we leaders then get key role for play, especially the one them way for make policies them way go favor the ordinary person na Sierra Leone. The one we know will get a 3 square meal na Sierra Leone. Then we talk about healthcare, water, electricity. Where are we? Are they making any policies that would ensure, say, we get one thing sustainable with each administration we come or each person we come for lead win as Sierra Leone? I'm sure if they've been on they do that say for the last 15 years. Say anyone we come, we get a mandate, a task say, out of all the things and what we lack, when are the basic things and what we lack. We go ensure say this one time where you do your first time, if you achieve this one. Maybe there should be some kind of mandate in that light, and that way we will see things and change and get better in Sierra Leone. We continue for pray and hope for the best in Sierra Leone, because you know what? If it's the prayer we are doing, the next thing we think, say we all for do we part for continue for do things and we will benefit the country for put Salon first before any political lens. And when you become a leader, you remember, see, you being a leader for the nation, not for one political party. Our flag is 3 colors, and we all have to hold that flag high and raise it up and say, you know what, I am a Sierra Leonean. I am a true Sierra Leonean. So I'm not here because I'm red or because I'm green or I'm white, blue, or whatever color you choose to take. Those 3 colors don't go by themselves. They go together. So please, we are asking for people to serve the nation. Don't serve another political party. Otherwise, we'll continue to stagnate and we're not going to grow because people have their own mindset. But I believe that if we work together, Sierra Leone will rise again and we'll continue to see higher heights and hope, say, salon for better. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
I want to say thanks to 22 Jones, Usman Toli, Usman Kamara, Alpha, and Doctor for your submission today. You will listen now. If you say for be part of the program, now your opportunity. Unless if we don't do fine in the next 5 minutes, we go left here. 23278990991, and then at the screen, at the green section, or 1-646-610-3107, or 44739-803-0402. Parliamentary dynamics. But they not condemn. They not condemn at all. They not condemn. No more, they not mix. And say they not can go to the office. We mean to say, also because they not can go to the office means to say they don't know. But officially, they not can go to them. Yes, caller, you get 3 minutes.
Good evening. Listener Mata Egonobi. What do you want to contribute to this issue in our country? Thank you that we live in social media age, because I believe say this kind of thing, maybe we don't go on all these years. We make all my one be a parliamentarian, they enrich themselves, the country, they go down the drain. But now because we get a social media where they make with they see waiting they happen. We tell God thank you for that. And also, me still insist on the word say education. Then country also delicate they wait to make them they progress na education simply because like na housekeeping you want to do. You go 1 month or 6 weeks course for that. Not only for go just read and write about them, but also ethics. Teach you how to be empathy, humanitarian, respect other people and values. Because if we parliamentarian and maybe then get a kind of education, not only for read and write, then go when one person say yeah, they all say yeah. They understand what it and go for a parliament. Then go no. So before they think about themselves first, they go think about the people then we then go represent. And then go forget first but then party. Okay, we get Democrats and Republicans then. How many of them focus on Democrats and Republicans when it come about issue we get for deal with them people? They forget about the party. They focus on the issues. So if una get all this benefit here at this time, when people then they cry, when then they struggle, petrol don't dear, gas don't dear, other countries then they subsidize for them people there. Look, we then there's a dollar where people the money, they say the money look a little excess now the hand before they keep her or distribute her to themselves. They send her to the cities in there. We think of follow parliamentarian. They say sacrifice this bill that they ask for so for themselves. When they say not give the country, then we glad we eat bell food. Then if they say now say they want chop with eat self, we will not make them chop with because they don't work for we. We don't eat bell food first. So may they still insist, may they parliamentarian, so may they go back to school, may they educate themselves, may they teach them ethics. A little bit, even though some of the educated, yes, no disrespect to them. Some of them come on a Western world, yes, but they know the Western world wouldn't come out. The priority of them people in there. Some man maybe are in condition, are not able to survive, they're not able to stand. Make them all go in a parliament because don't say salon, the ethics is very easy. You know, this is so painful, it's so disgusting. So they are with a beg they do ya. How they don't this, I should say themselves, so many just forget what's and first for now. May they make sure so before they come back with that, let we don't get water, we don't get light. At least one word for waka. Take the congestion of Freetown. If they clear that congestion, they alone, the Freetown will look decent. So now me your frustration this way at the voice this night. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Martha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, with the left here, we'll carry back tomorrow. But for today, I ain't that. But now we win, bo. You not glad for we? Now we win. They see them test water. And then self look ping, then say, no, they pull on. Let's just do a quick one. I know say I don't say with the left here now, but I'll just cover this caller quick. Yes, caller, you live on here, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, Triple A. Hello? Yes, Triple A. These issues here we bring on today. We go the action say waiting happen. Because for simple reasons, we would tell the people there, or not they try to explain to the people there, saying that these people are they do. But here, in, here, out, and they do the same thing back. Then they vote for the same people then for going to parliament back. The same people then they vote for going to parliament. So, we get a problem. The citizens get a problem. Because you don't get a problem, if you also they try to tell the person, oh, this person here, look, boy, that's what they do. And the person say they show unto you, say yes. You know, look the parliamentary, they cry for 15,000 medical assistance. The people that will vote them inside parliament, they already get one Panadol at government hospital. Can you imagine? And you see all that in there. But the citizens get problem. They get problem. It doesn't ever say they talk, if water talks back. It all can know back. Because the citizens and they listen and they see what they do, and they vote the same parliamentarian in the back of parliament. Believe me. They have problem. Citizens of the still get problem. But this I can always tell them, say, on a think and act wisely. If the citizens are not, they not see what in them people have to do. They not say they get problem. Well, they get problem. And this problem is hard for solve. You see, they tell somebody else. They tell them, say, now so this man they do. What in this man they do? They ride Porsche car. They build fantastic, bigos. Huh? You did not plan body. You did suffer. You know they get one day square meal. But that man, they ride a massive Porsche car there. You need to go put for him back. But you say, well, actually, but what happen? Yeah, in here, out. They tell the people here, say, now, so the people they do. When you vote for them back on the parliament. You see, there is people not respect them, respect with the citizen. Yes. You know, now they get what it today.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Williams.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay. Me, I still lay behind this one. If I give fing, I the counter, yeah. Fing no more. I the counter. Into Nate we say, from the time of the press release, they no gazette mate, they no kind of parliament, they no kind of office yet. Who say they left the They left the because I know say the government get for carry something go where they go want to now for for pass. The owner self go and sit down per the one then they say well let them self sign on iron. Who they watch you now? Fing. Who they pa campaign say le una no return back. Not do with it. We go there back tomorrow till we meet again. Tiki police say tata.